Shane.
Friday. It's Friday. And there's Shane Plant with the traveling tackle bag. Traveling tackle bag. Did I say traveling tackle bag?
Traveling tackle bag.
Traveling
Shane
tackle bag.
Plant.
What's up, Rob?
Hey, Rob.
What's up, Rob?
Put the
Shane,
link
I'm
up, Doc.
really sorry I missed the traveling tackle bag premiere. Like, I had every intention of watching it, and then I had multiple visitors to the house.
What's up, Billy?
I just wasn't able to. So
Yeah. That's cool.
What up, Billy?
It was great. Just saying. It was really
So
good.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch Shane's video of the traveling tackle bag tonight when we're all done.
Oh, you'll love it. You'll love it.
And watch him fish with the traveling tackle bag because it's cool all the stuff he got in the traveling tackle bag.
Yeah, don't do no spoiler alerts.
Yeah, we won't tell you none.
It's really great.
Yeah. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. I hope nobody ruins it in the chat or anything.
But
tonight.
it's cool to see Shane be funny.
I do want to watch it. So
it's cool to watch Shane be funny.
Yeah, it
is. Shane gets humorous.
He gets humorous.
Is the emphasis on travel or bag?
On tackle.
Traveling tackle?
Traveling tackle bag.
Tackle bag. I don't know.
Oh, we were making ourselves at home over at Lake Jackson. We went this morning till lunchtime till lightning got there.
Did you guys do any good?
Lydia caught a good one, a 513, but dude, she had one jump on her that moved a whole patch of lilies. The second big one that jumped on her come out of the water, and how big around you think that fish was, Lydia?
It's probably that big.
It was 7, 8-ish. It was completely out of those thick. We dialed in. You know, this is our third trip today, and we've kind of dialed them around that lake.
Yeah.
We've kind of learned where you can catch 2-pounders and dinks pretty regular. But today we kind of scooched over in a place, and it was several. Well, this is the second time we bumped into an area that we had like 3 or 4 big fish encounters right together. Yeah. And then you think, oh, this just gets better going down through here. And then you get out of them, it feels like, you know.
So did you double back at all or no? Or just kind of.
Oh, yeah, went back through. And
we tried to hurry because the storm.
Like I said, lightning got there about 12 o'clock. So by the time we really got them dialed in, it was probably 10:30-ish, 11-ish. When we figured something out today, which we'll be there in the morning, it'll probably be completely different. But
yeah, because
right now there's only one.
No, go ahead, John. Sorry.
There's only one other guy fishing there right now, and we've seen him twice. And dude, it's shallow at the ramp. Our boat, we can barely get out away from the ramp in our boat.
Wow.
Barely.
Yeah, Nitro wouldn't go. Ranger wouldn't
Now,
go.
once you get out a little bit, you gain maybe a foot of water, and it's usable. But you know how we dip our rods?
Yeah.
On my green ducket, which is a 7-footer, it's next to the last eye on most of the lake.
Okay.
That ain't much, dude. That's about 2.5 foot, 3 foot, baby.
I could stand in that whole lake, the whole lake.
You can walk the whole lake, but the gators.
What was it Shane called it? 1,000-acre
mud puddle.
With a lot of big
But the water's kind of clear, and they ain't got nowhere to go, dude. It's got so shallow. All that green, thick stuff don't have no water under it. It's kind of pushed them out in the big opening area. Like a big old kidney bean, and you just got to – we catch some in the middle of it, some on the edges of it. I mean, we've caught fish like everywhere around it.
Gator puddle.
But all we're needing is all we're needing is them to either be turned on or just, like I said, Lindy, you got on some today. That one came out of water, like I said, it was. And we thought the 513 was going to make it for Shane Flint. She's got to have one over 21. And it's like 20 and a half. It's funny. The fish was an ounce heavier than the one I caught the other day.
Right.
Hers weighed an ounce more, but mine was an inch and a half, 1 inch longer.
Mine was.
It was a fat little. It was a football, dude. It was a.
She was 20 3/4.
And we lost.
The one he got was 21 and a half.
That's the only downfall to there. For every fish you catch, you lose 4.
Is it?
It's so thick, dude. If they grab it and get a chance to turn, it's just fighting them little. I mean, the whole lake is covered in them little dollar pads. All the grass, there's some grass up under the shit, but it's just solid dollar pads.
And they're stringy. Real
I was reading an article. I just got my new edition of Florida Sportsman magazine, and there was a neat article about and I can't remember the pro's name. That he was talking about swim jigs.
Right.
He was talking about fishing swim jigs in that kind of scenario where you've got those big dollar pads and just like ripping the swim jig with like 50, 60-pound braid.
Yeah.
And throwing on, kind of like what we do, most of the time where we've got the paddle tail swim bait, throwing on the paddle tail swim bait as a trailer on the back of the swim jig and just ripping it.
Yeah.
And, 50, 60-pound braid and just horsing them out of there.
Yeah, we're not breaking them off. It's just the thing, when you're pulling this way and that fish cuts this way and you get a wad of lilies back here, that hook goes from being this direction to pulling that direction.
Yeah, and that's why, and I think that's one of the things that he was talking about was with the swim jigs and the heavier style swim jigs that he's using in that type of situation is the hook on it. I can't remember exactly.
The hook set is a lot stronger. Yeah.
Right.
Deeper,
He's using the Berkeley swim jigs, and I can't remember the name of it. It escapes me right now.
Yeah.
But just there's no give to it, and they're just stout.
And it's more in the way they eat it. A jig's a little deeper, so they're coming up and sucking it. Where ours, they're smacking it on top. It's still
right. But what he's saying is the swim. He's using a swim jig, so he's basically taking that swim jig and just like kind of like what Lindia does with the big jerk. It's just a little bit subsurface,
right?
Just a little bit below the surface of the water, and pulling it, and just that style hook that's on that swim jig, is just allowing him to just rip those sons of guns out of there, And
they'll do you like the borrowers. The minute you hook a big one, it'll dive in the thicket, and you never let off pressure. You never feel any pressure difference. You'll get over there, and it'll be stuck in the side of one of them lilies, and the fish is gone. So that's what they're doing. They pull it out, and they stick it over in that lily, and they haul ass.
Yep.
I remember reading an article that I think it was Roland. It might not. It's one of the big ones out on Lake Okeechobee talking about using 60 and 65-pound braid because of the buggy whips and all of those lilies and all that out there. Said it takes that to get the fish through there.
All them flippers, that's what they use, them flippers and all that. What's up, Joe?
Hey, Joe.
What up, Joe?
How are you, bud? Okay,
we're actually talking about fishing. Neat.
There we go.
I was reading this.
Guys, now that Joe's in here, we're going to switch to talking about... No, I'm just joking.
Our cat shit. The neighbor's cat shit on my truck. How's that? That change it up?
Yes, we are talking about fishing.
No, it's...
Yeah, thanks, FWC.
Yeah, they were spraying at Donkeyland the other day. The day we went in the morning and left.
Were they?
Yes.
Dude, at least they're spraying that floating hyacinth. Dude, that stuff has packed the canal from the ramp now. It's funny. We talked to a guy.
Yep.
The only other guy fishing at Jackson went to Donkeyland yesterday, and he goes, "Did you hear what's going? Have you looked at me today?" He goes, "Have you heard what's going on over at so and so?" I went, "The road? No, all the floating hyacinth." I was like, "Yeah, we were there yesterday. I didn't go through it. Did you get through it?" I was like, "Oh hell yeah! Did you get through there? Just go, man."
It's funny because a lot of people won't. A lot of people say it and they're done.
Yeah. Cool.
I mean, we got through there that one, like, I still got to go through that footage. I haven't.
It was thicker than then. Way thicker.
It's thicker than that day?
Yeah. There's islands out in the middle of the canal.
I believe I can make a video out of that footage. I believe I could. I just got to do it. So I will. Oh, by the way, speaking of making a video, had to finally break down and got a new computer.
Yay.
Oh, sweet.
Yep. Had to do it. I couldn't update Premiere anymore. It was dead in the water. So got a new Mac and loaded it up yesterday and starting to get everything all up on it. So yeah, got a new computer.
Congrats.
I sure like this one I got. I do want to get a big, nicer graphics card in it, but it's doing good.
That's what I mean. Listen, I spent a decent amount of money.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
But I mean, I've always as long as I've been doing this, I've always worked on Mac computers, so they just work, dude. I mean, like, I'm not getting.
First Mac.
Yeah, she did all that graphic design. She's a Mac one.
Yeah.
And even with the one that I didn't get rid of it. I mean, I still have it, and this is really, I guess white people problems, I guess you could say. I gave it to my kids and I put it in the other side of the back room for them to do like their homework on and do all that stuff. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, the thing runs like a top. It just can't be updated anymore. What's up, Mark?
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, it can't be updated anymore.
Yeah.
And so, like, when you're working, like, you guys work with DaVinci Resolve to edit your videos.
I can't update it till I get a bigger graphics card.
Right.
Got rid of computers.
And see, for me, I work with Premiere Pro and like all the Adobe stuff, and I just couldn't update it anymore. And I'm missing out on a whole lot of different features that Adobe has come out with in the last couple of months, like text to speech and just like there's a whole bunch of other stuff that it's come out with that I haven't been able to take advantage of. I mean, but I will say this, the Mac that I bought back in 2012, the damn thing still runs awesome. It's not slow. It runs everything great. It can't be updated anymore. So finally had to do it.
Sorry. Got that right, Rob.
And that video we just put out, the one yesterday, I edited out all the parts where we had wet bandanas out of the cooler laying on my head like a damn do-rag, and it's hot. But damn it, we get hot and be about ready to go and freaking catch a nice fish. Be like, damn it, man, go. I mean, it was hot. We could get them to bite.
It wasn't really too bad this morning.
Yeah, this morning was nice. It was cloudy. And then,
no. With this little tropical system that we got going on off the East Coast, it's actually been pretty, I'm not going to say nice, but tolerable outside.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it looks like for me today over here, after like 11 o'clock, everything else moved up north. Like
where we were,
guys, and up by like Jackson, everything where, and that's probably why you guys got a lot of the lightning and everything up there.
Yeah, about 12:30.
Down here, it was gorgeous. I mean, beautiful day. The sun came out, and it obviously started to get hot with the humidity and everything. But I mean, it was nice.
Right. You see, Fellsmere got 9 inches today alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's over at Headwaters. Got 9 inches of rain today.
Yeah, Royal Palm last night down here by me, which Royal Palm is kind of like a little bit west of where I am, south and west. And Royal Palm got flooded yesterday. I mean, it was. They were showing on the news this a couple parking lots of where like Publix's were and stuff, just like big strip mall parking lots. And there were cars in the parking lot like up to their doors that were just parked there. And now all of a sudden, no, you're going to have to make a call to your insurance company.
Yeah, Joe, we're going in the morning. What's up, Teddy and Mark? That's what we've been rolling with for weeks. A little hotter than 95, actually.
Hey, Teddy. Hey, Mark. Yeah, I saw that in the news. They were talking about the drainage systems can't, absorb it fast enough.
Right. My drainage system can't absorb it fast enough either.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and I'm not gonna go tomorrow. I got some stuff I gotta take care of tomorrow, but I'm gonna try and go fishing Sunday, and then I officially don't have to be back to work till Thursday, but I'm gonna start going in on Monday. I got to get our equipment room back in order and everything like that, so I'm gonna start popping in on Monday.
But damn, your vacation went by so quick.
It did. It did. We only got to fish once, which
Yeah.
which sucks. But you
You
know,
only got to fish once. We fished a bunch more while you were
well,
on
yeah, no, I said we,
I know.
we.
And we got 2 weeks left, and we are going to hammer it.
Yes, we're gonna win this damn Shane Flint. We're going for big fish. Like I said, I'm not scared to spend $1,000 in boat fuel to win 250.
Speaking of which, if Shane's still in here, I'll put the link up right now. If he wants to pop up, or if anybody wants to pop up, that's fine. I'd like to kind of get just a overview of what's going on in the Shane Flint tournament.
Oh, we watched this live the other day. We know the other night, I think technically I was in second place because I was in seventh, but I turned in a fourth fish. And some chick turned in a little bit bigger. Her first 3 were bigger. She's ahead of me. But I think unofficially, if you count that fish. But after the first round with 3 fish, I was like 7th. Lindy was like 8th. Ted was 13th or 14th or something, 17th. His boy was a little bit after him.
She's in, the girl that's in first is from Tennessee, and they're doing night fishing.
Okay.
Yeah, she turned in like 3 over 20 inches and turned in, and the next one was like 21 something. So her next one's got to be 22, almost a 23.
Got to be over 21 and 3/4.
Because you have to jump up an inch, correct?
For the last, you turn 3 in. Your number 4 has to be an inch bigger than your biggest one of the 3. Then your number 5 has to be an inch bigger than 4 was.
Right, and it can't be like a 1/4 inch. It's got to jump up that entire inch.
It's got to go an inch. Yes, a whole inch. Whether if you caught a 20 and a half, you got to have a 21 and a half for the year that other one.
See, that's what I thought, and I just eventually I'm going to get in on one of these Shane Flint tournaments. Eventually, I am.
See, this is a hard one because you got to be careful to me what you turn in first, or you're going to get yourself blowed out by that 5th fish.
Correct.
But if you got somebody like that chick who they must be catching some nice fish somewhere, she turned in 320 inches, so it's on. I mean, they set that up.
See what Joe said?
Oh, this is Doc's live. He don't mind coming up in mine, which is monetized, and dropping an F-bomb like in the first 5 minutes.
Ah, fuck, who cares?
There you go. You type what you want to type, son. And Chris, did you see what Doc posted on my not the last video, one before? He goes, "You're getting some use out of that Bogley clip," and I have.
Oh, you have. Oh, you have.
I used the Bogley clip like Shane used the words traveling tackle bag.
And you know what? And when I watched Chris's video, and when he started out like that, all I could think, and like I seriously, like I think Chris got a little bit of extra. Hey, David.
What's up, David?
Hi, David.
I think Chris definitely got a little bit of extra time for me going back and watching, because all I could think about was when that happened, I was like, John is going to just use this and eat this up like a son of a gun.
Did you not notice pretty quick I edited that clip out and sent it in a text? So now when I want to watch it,
and then I knew I was right when I watched it. When you did that, I was like, oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, we're good.
That's what I do in the video. When I go back and get my phone, I'm not finding Bogley's video. I'm going to our 4-way text to where I sent it to y'all, and I'm playing that.
Speaking of the four-way. How'd you like our duet?
How'd you like the duet today?
Phenomenal. I told you what I thought about it when you guys did it. That was great. And you were just like, and
Yeah, and dude, it is so hard when it says, "Cause you got me, and baby, I got you." I wanted to do that completely backwards when I'm pointing. I'm sorry, my brain wanted to do it the right way, and I literally had to sit there and say, okay, don't point at her.
Yeah.
I had to make myself, it's hard to not be on, bless Gio's little heart. It's hard to not be on cue. I mean, I don't know how the hell he does it so well. I think it's intentional. He misses the words and off cue so good. He's doing that on purpose. Speaking of Gio, Ted, you still in here? Lindy bought me some shirts online, like fishing shirts. She'll see them pop up on Macari or whatever and buy them. She bought me that one Gio's got that he wears like in every video. I'm going to wear it one day. I was going to wear it and see if Ted figured out what kind of short shirt it was. What's up, Hank Snow?
Hey, Hank.
Hank, I know I didn't respond to you on Instagram. But I did see it before we jumped on today. I haven't had a chance to go fish the jigs in any place else, but I will
one day.
But like the jigs Hank made me are phenomenal. Dude.
Yes,
they're incredible.
Can we start calling Hank Snow Mr. Hanky?
That's up to him.
Hank, you got a problem with us sticking you a Mr. Hanky? That's so much easier than saying Hank Snow. I feel like I'm talking to like a country singer. Here's Hank Snow.
Actually, that's kind of cool though. Like
Hank Snow is cool. But Mr. Hanky's funnier.
It's kind of like in Family Guy when they go, "Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Conway Twitty."
Ladies and gentlemen, Hank Snow.
I'm good with either. I will do whatever Hank wants.
Well, the funny thing is in 20 minutes, I'll forget that I said that. So I'll be calling him Hank Snow. Like, what the hell did I call him? It's funny. I finally had to quit calling on Indiana Chris Big Nasty. Because I'd see him like in Hog Legs Live or somewhere, and I'd say, "Hey, Big Nasty." And several times it caused commotion. People didn't know who I was calling nasty. Are you calling me that? That ain't nasty. And start a whole damn conversation about something. And it got hard.
Well, why'd you stop? That's the fun part of going into something like that. And just like, I mean, seriously, if somebody came in here and started calling something like, that'd be fun.
Oh,
right?
Just because I mentioned it, he's been in here a couple of times. Remember I talked about Hog Leg and KP?
Yeah.
And KP came in here to take down catfishing.
Yeah.
Had a major stroke 2 days ago, still in intensive care.
Jesus.
Hog Leg has talked to his daughter, can't talk, pretty messed up, pretty bad. It's a bad deal.
Oh
my God. What's up, man?
Yeah,
so anybody that prays puts out juju. If you pray, you put out juju, you whatever, just think about old KP over there.
What's up, Matt? Man? Sorry, you kind of came in on that kind of like down note, but
Matt, you see the latest video?
I hope KP's all right, man. I mean,
he's not. I mean, I'm not being rude by anything. He's still in intensive care for the second day. He's not all right by no means.
He had one on the left side, which means his right side is like.
How old is he?
I don't really know, man. I mean, I don't know a lot except in the morning just shooting the shit in that live. He's probably mid 60 couple, 60-ish, 60 couple probably.
Well,
but it's
whatever we can do if they need help with if we need to do something,
oh, them catfishing people, dude, they're starting a collection. And you know how I talk about
whatever we can do.
Well, no, what I was going to tell you is I always talk about how much tighter knit that catfish community is.
Yeah.
At a later date, I'll tell you how much they raised, and it's probably going to be mind blowing.
Yeah, they are Oh, really?
Well,
I
no,
mean, and there's thousands of them. Dude, they'll do lives that have like 200 people in there, 300 people in there, and I mean, it's just wild. They hang together.
but in a situation like what's going on with him, I mean, you got that community to back you up.
And they're not, like I said, they're
So-
raising money, but they're not really doing it for KP. He lives with his daughter, and she's not being, she can't work. She's got to be there with her daddy. So they're kind of raising it for her to help. Okay, Joe, I'm thinking.
You got it, Lindia? You got it? You got it?
Certain ones. I mean, I'm kind of broke into that group now. It's some of them's all right, but don't get me wrong. I was in there one of them yesterday, and they started this freaking ditch pickle shit, and it pissed me off, and I left. I mean, or they Hogleg showed that picture of my nice bass, about 3 of them. Said, that's a bunch of bait. I thought, yeah, bait pays the bills. Fuck it. That's right, Joe. EN it still applies. EN still fully applies.
I like how Lindia had to be like, hold on.
Oh, I figured the F out, but I was thinking I couldn't remember. I F a whole lot of people, so I had to kind of figure out who I had F.
So, all right. It's only been about like 5 minutes. Do you remember what we wanted to call Hank?
Yeah, Mr. Hanky.
Okay. All right. We're good.
Because when he joins, I just want to be able to look up and go, howdy ho.
Howdy ho, Cal.
And then if Dark 30 comes in, it's even funnier. You got Mr. Hanky.
Yes. Well, now we just have to, because
Kyle and his kid going, I'm trying to catch a muskie. Or no, what's they doing? A sow
there
guy.
she is.
Hey.
Hey, Missy.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. We just got dinner.
You
Just
what?
got dinner? What'd you get? What'd you get?
I forgot.
What do you mean you forgot? You got dinner. What'd you forget? Don't know? Okay.
I forgot.
I like that wiping your nose and not stop until it got halfway up your forehead.
Right?
He's like, what'd you have for dinner?
She hasn't eaten it yet.
Oh, what are you going to eat for dinner?
What are you going to eat for dinner?
Noodles.
Noodles?
Noodles.
What are noodles?
Look at her Florida tan.
Oh my gosh, you should see this kid. She looks like the Copper Tone baby. Like with her legs, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, you can see she got tan. Are those your legs or are you riding a chicken?
No, I'm not ready.
And Brim Bass and Beyond, you see I used some of your drone footage in the last video. Bye. Enjoy your noodles. Enjoy them oodles.
Mm.
Bye. Sell. Invest. Don't buy Bitcoin.
Dude, she is like so jacked up about going to kindergarten.
Oh, no way.
Aw, that's good.
Like seriously, she asked me today, she's like, how many more days till summer's over? Like, what kid does that?
Kindergarten, because they don't know no damn better.
They don't know no better.
Yeah, give them a couple years. They're like, it sucks.
Yeah, the older ones like that, be like, oh shit.
Summer's over.
I'm not looking forward to going back.
Oh, we had trolling motor issue today.
What?
Yeah. Hit the button to put it in the boat, did something, and you know how it has to raise first, like it's coming out of the water, then it flips over.
Then it comes back.
Well, it got up to the flip over part and just said, burp. I could
Just
go
no.
up and down. I could get it to go up and down, but I just didn't want to flip over. And I knew it had to do with these two little pins that move. But when you're in the boat hanging off of it trying to look, I couldn't do much with it. So we dealt with it till lunchtime, and then the storms hit, and I told you it's so shallow, I couldn't get it up to the dry ground.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to stop like 10 foot before dry ground. I had to get out. And I stood out there in ankle deep water and got it up, where it would fold up, go in the boat. So driving home, we decided we're going back in the morning. Now it rained here till like 5 o'clock here at the house.
You guys are going to get a little bit more rain tonight too, and then it should die out.
But anyway, we get home and I got to fix that trolling motor. So I stood out in the rain for a couple hours, about an hour and a half. Took it apart, got it figured out, got it all put back together. Had it wanting to go in the boat the wrong direction, prop going the wrong way.
Uh-huh.
And it does all that shit on its own.
Right.
And I got it out of sync, and I had to sit down and watch a video how to get it back into sync. And but I got through it. It's all back on there and working good.
So you ready to roll?
We going in the morning. She plugged up, juiced up, ready to roll.
That's a great thing about YouTube is more than likely, whatever your situation is, you're going to sit there and be able to find a video to help you.
Somebody else has been in that situation.
Yeah, somebody else has been in that situation.
Tell you what dumb shit I did today too. Before we go fishing, I got to make Mama something for breakfast, something for lunch, to hold her till we get back.
Right.
Because she don't ever remember eating, so I'll make her 3 sandwiches, usually like 2 lunch meat, 1 peanut butter and jelly, thinking maybe peanut butter and jelly for breakfast. I'll put her like 3 Little Debbie type snacks in the bag, a water bottle full of her Kool-Aid drink she drinks, a little bag of potato chips, because she's going to forget everything.
Right.
Here lately, I give it to her, and dude, we won't get home till 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but I left her a bag of food, right? Go in her refrigerator, and the sandwiches will be in there. All the snacks gone. She lays those white sandwiches in there and just forgets about them. I don't know if she can't see them or what, but anyway, we're driving home today, went fishing. I hang Mama's bag. When we leave at like 4:30 in the morning, I take a Walmart bag of food hanging on Mama's doorknob down there at her apartment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because she's asleep. I have our food in a Walmart bag that goes in the cooler of the boat with the tea. Well, somehow today I got shit mixed up just a little bit. Okay, we don't give my mama Lay's potato chips. My mama can eat any kind of potato chip. She don't give a rat's ass. You put it in front of her, she'll eat it.
Well, yeah, because remember the story you told me when you fed your mom the Doritos, like super hot.
Yeah, she can't do that. So Lindia is high maintenance. She's got to have like fresh Lay's and, everything's got to be just right. So we're driving home in the truck and Lindia gets in our lunch bag. We hadn't ate lunch and she's eating potato chips. Okay, I made the lunches for both places. And the only potato chips I made were some of them shit ones, and they were in Mama's bag. So I look over at her. I was like, "Where'd you get potato chips?" In our lunch bag. Then that ain't our lunch bag. She got looking, and where we give Mama, your Mama eats like ham, lunch meat ham. That's in like the Oscar Mayer pack, and it's ham.
Mm-hmm.
Lindia gets turkey from the deli with deli sliced cheese.
Right.
She pulled that freaking shit sandwich, Oscar Mayer sandwich out of that lunch bag and was like, "Nope, I'll eat when I get home." But how it turned out good is we're going back tomorrow and we're just giving Mama the shit I didn't give her today. The bag's already packed.
So you already got lunch packed for tomorrow.
But see, I didn't screw up this morning. I screwed up last night. The bottle of Kool-Aid, I put it in the wrong bag. See, this morning I grabbed a bag that had the bottle of Kool-Aid in it. So, the last night when I screwed up was I put the bottle in the wrong bag.
Right.
This was that bag of.
No, no, it was the Doritos, not Gamble, roulette.
Roulette.
Where they put the
roulette. Yeah. When you told me that
like
story,
the real hot ones and then Cool Ranch ones mixed in a bag. Yep. Remember the story? I went in there and my dumb ass saw Cool Ranch. I got me a big handful and I'm like, some bitch is a bit spicy. Then the next one tasted all right, and I was like, that shit's hot. And I figured out what was going on. Then I give her the that shit Jamie brought home, some other flaming something or others. She don't even bat an eye, man. She does not bat an eye.
Dude, Kinsley will sit there and eat these like flaming hot, like everything's.
Yeah.
Flaming hot Doritos and like Cheetos, and I've tried them, and they are fucking awful.
And Joe, I would
They're
like
awful. And listen, I like spice. Don't get me wrong, I like spice. I like hot stuff. They're just awful tasting.
Yeah.
Is it the Takis?
Oh, yeah, she eats the Takis. We got the blue hot Takis. They're just
I bet they are good, Joe.
awful, man. Like the Takis I don't mind, but like some of the stuff that she eats is just like it tastes like garbage. It's not good.
It's kind of like with candy, you know, sour candy is good, but a warhead is just like stupid. You know, it's not even good. It's the same principle of that. You know, hot chips are good, but it's just stupid when you get.
Well, she gave me today. They got a bag of like sour Skittles, and she's like, "Daddy, I want you to try this one." She gives me the grape, which apparently the grape is like super sour, I guess. But I had to close my eyes and play along, right?
How to put a mothball in your mouth?
She might have. I don't know. It might be why I'm feeling a little weird right now.
You ever smell mothballs, Doc?
Huh?
You ever smelled a mothball?
Oh, hell yeah. No, you know what? Speaking of which, I almost fucking got on my neighbor back here.
Well, answer me first. How'd you get the little bastard's legs apart?
You were trying. I get it. Okay. But
Joe
anyway.
would have slapped him with a slice of American. Look, I'm trying to highlight Joe's comment. It ain't even my life.
Which one?
Nerd clusters.
The mustard ones?
The nerd clusters.
Yeah, the nerd cluster sour. It's like a gummy that's been rolled in damn nerds. Them damn things are.
Oh, like the nerd ropes?
Yeah, but it's little squares. It's little
chewies.
They're good.
I ain't had those. No.
They're good. The blue ones are better than the red ones.
But
what
Kinsley
was you saying?
Today, Kinsley gave me the grape, sour grape Skittles. And it was sour. It wasn't terrible. I'm not going to lie. It wasn't terrible. But speaking of mothballs,
Your neighbor.
Our neighbor behind us, right? He's got these two little fucking dogs, right? And they're little yappy little sons. Like seriously, like Kona would like just eat them. And these two little shits were like digging a hole up under the fence. So shithead back here throws mothballs in the freaking hole. Right? Which his little shithead dogs start and like pushing them into our fucking yard. Okay, mothballs are toxic to dogs. Okay, everybody, and here's your PSA for the evening. They're toxic to dogs. I'm like, what the actual fuck are you doing? So I'm like, dude, these are toxic. I don't know that. He's a drunk dude. Like, this homeboy sits out back and I'm not gonna lie, he's got a freaking phenomenal setup in his backyard. He's got a great tiki hut that like kind of like backs up to our backyard here. Homeboy sits out there and like just drinks, dude. Like, it's kind of ridiculous.
Pickling his liver.
All I can think of now is I'm thinking of Britney Spears singing "Toxic." That's why I can't pay attention. You know that you're
pretty much
toxic.
it. That's pretty much it. And he's like, I didn't know they were toxic. Goddamn, I just figured the smell would keep them away. It's like, you might want to check your dogs, homeboy. Make sure one of them didn't eat one, because otherwise little Schnauzer is going to be like, and then done.
If you shit in that hole, they'll quit digging there too. I got there and shit in that hole.
But yeah, I had to like sit there and like take the mothballs that were pushed over in our area and here you go, motherfucker. They're back on your side.
He added the mother to that one, so it's the mother of all F-bombs.
I did. And it's before now. I don't care.
You don't care. He's a rebel.
I don't care at this point.
You're a rebel without a cause.
Because according to everything YouTube says, as long as you don't cuss within the first 8 minutes of your video, you're okay.
I think you fucking pissed that one away too. It don't make it down. They also say you can't play copyrighted music, which is horse shit.
Dude, you see, there is like, I want to try it. I saw a video today where you could like sit there and like, for me, right? I'm sitting here right now. I could record this video. And as long as I don't move too much I could move however I want. I would just have to mask the shit out of it. But you can go in with, right now it's free, to Adobe Firefly and tell it to basically replace your background with whatever you want. Like you could say whatever you want and AI will generate it and put a background behind you. And then all you have to do is like go into your video and just mask yourself out. And you're in that spot. Like you could say like, type in background of me standing in front of a freaking Lamborghini in a ranch, like, and it'll generate it, and you could actually freaking do that. It's. I watched a video on it earlier this week. It was freaking wild, dude.
I'm no computer genius, but isn't that called green screen?
No, you don't even need the green screen, John. That's the thing.
Yeah,
that's the thing. You don't need it. That's what I'm getting at is you don't need the green screen.
Like you can do with a short on YouTube. Remember, like I did with Bucks, you just hit the green screen button and it'll just pick you out and put you in the front with no green screen or nothing.
Yeah, it's and Adobe's just come out with Adobe Firefly and Adobe Express, and they're both using like this AI style, like it's pretty. I started messing around with it, and I'm like, holy crap! Like I could sit at my computer and do like a tutorial style video of me just talking to the camera like I am right now, and just do this. And instead of this background behind me, I could be like, put me in a freaking office setting, and done.
Do it, man.
Yeah, that's part of the.
That's David Copperfield shit right there.
Right.
Actors, that's part of the complaint with the actors, saying the AI is going to be able to copy them, and they're not going to get their just money for that, and they're saying
they could hire me to do it, and then AI freaking
put their face
Jonah, what's his name, Jonah Hill's face on me or something,
and make the money. They're not going to get.
Well, hell, did you see that story on the news down here about
What's up, Gary?
What up, Gary?
Hey, Gary.
Did you see that story on the news down here about the suitcases that were found in the intercoastal waterway with human remains in them?
Yeah, with the woman
down in Delray.
Yeah.
Did you see the follow-up to that where they used AI
to draw her picture,
generate what
the clothes
the woman
and all.
possibly looked like, and it looks really shit. It's like, oh my God. Like, that's wild. That's just absolutely wild.
Yeah.
And they talk about how it's going to get dangerous because they could absolutely make a Joe Biden one right now where he's like, I'm nuking you, F you, Putin, or whatever. Who knows what he could do. Speaking of that, dude, have you seen the video, the song Walk Like a Joe Biden?
Oh my God, yes.
Oh my God, that's the best thing I've ever seen. The whole freaking song is fantastic. I laugh.
Yes, Joe, I saw that.
I know, Joe. I heard somebody talking about cocaine sharks.
I watched that. Oh my God. I watched it the other night and I feel so much freaking dumber for watching it. Shark Week is a fucking joke. Okay, I
It
said
is.
it. I don't care. I don't care. I said it. Although I watched the shit out of it. Take that for whatever it is. But Shark Week is a joke. It is the most grandiose style of trying to get people not from here to pay attention to sharks. That's all it is.
I have, Matt. And look what Rob wrote. What about the TikTok influencer with 100K followers that is completely AI generated?
Yep. Dude, they did movies about this years ago. Years ago, they did movies about this. Remember Terminator? Mm-hmm.
Max Headroom. Remember Max Headroom?
Yep.
Max Headroom. I started to use the damn walk like Joe Biden in my last video.
Why did you not?
That didn't fit my scenario. You know, they build themselves. Skynet, that's right.
It is.
That's what these UFOs we're seeing are. That's us coming back from the future trying to take care of business, kind of like the damn,
Dude, there ain't. Listen, there ain't no aliens visiting our planets. Those UFOs that you see, they're just doing drive-bys, and like it's like Clark W. Griswold driving through the that one area. I forget where they were. I think it was in Detroit or whatever. It's like, noticing all this plight, kids, roll them up. That's what the aliens are doing. They're driving by and be like, yeah, roll them up. Let's just keep going. They ain't stopping here. We got people that don't know what gender they are. Like, seriously, they're not stopping. They're just doing a drive-by.
There's Mr. Anti.
What up, Anti?
Evening, Anti. Yeah, it was on the news talking about the UFOs, and I'm like, whoa, they're going to acknowledge it now.
No, like I said, they're easing them in so everybody don't trip out.
Evening, Anti.
What's up, Anti?
I wish I would spend more time focusing on whether or not Bigfoot was real.
Bigfoot's not real.
I heard it in Shane Flint's video.
I'm just saying.
Because a redneck would have done shot one out the window of a Chevy Silverado.
John would have done shot. Him and Daddy would have done
There
shot.
ain't no critter that ain't going to get a cat busting his ass out there. See, that's the big question hunters have. What would you do if you're up your deer stand hunting and fucking freaking Bigfoot comes by?
Shoot it. There ain't a question. You shoot it.
I don't know. Do you shoot it? You got a tag for it.
Doesn't matter.
I guess
Doesn't matter. If you're the dude, if you're Ted from Off the Hook Outdoors and you're in your deer stand and Bigfoot comes running by,
okay,
you shoot it, and then Ted is going to have multiple opportunities for sponsorships and everything.
I was going to say, we said a hunter, not Ted.
That's not nice.
Next thing you gonna say, Boxy go kill a damn Bigfoot.
No, you shoot it. No, if I was in a deer stand and Bigfoot came, yeah, headshot, go, done.
What if it was just a damn freaking tweaker that moved into the woods and he's just all hairy and you screwed up and and he got naked or something and you shot his ass?
Oops.
Dig that bullet out.
Because Lindy watches them cop shows, they'll catch your ass.
Yeah.
But seriously, that's not my fault. That's his fault.
You felt threatened for your life. So
Exactly.
Yes.
That's in Florida.
Make sure you have your flip phone.
Lindy is.
Flip
Oh, wait,
phone
wait, wait.
activate.
Did that have something to do with?
OMG Wix.
We were talking about the flip phone guy.
No.
It wasn't that the emphasis is on flip or on phone.
No, that wasn't that one.
She got hooked on that yesterday. The flip phone guy. She goes, she'd see something and go, flip phone activate. You know, the only in Florida guy.
In Florida.
Yeah. OMG Wix
Yeah.
is his name.
Man, I got the flip phone.
I'm just glad I got on my flip phone.
Yeah.
What's going on out here?
Yeah, big gator limousine that we have up here.
Yeah, have you seen it in Okeechobee? The limousine that's been made into a pickup truck.
Yes. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he did one with it. But I saw a better one right down the road from us when Trump ran the first time, or no, second time. They had their big Cadillac painted up with Trump down the side. I'm sure it was just a wrap. But these old folks right down the road, 2 houses down, it made it on one of those Walmart videos that you watch, stupid shit at Walmart. Somebody had taken a picture of it at Okeechobee Walmart. Don't bring a spear. Hell, Batty a spear. No, Batty can't even stab a pig. He keeps trying.
That OMG Wix guy he's a trip.
Look what
Anti.
And Shane's got to throw up. He needs the link again.
Here you go, Shane.
Anti-trained him in hide and seek.
I don't know. Is Bigfoot real?
Yeah, he's hanging out on an island with Tupac and Biggie and Elvis.
I would think with everything that we have available to us nowadays, like with the trail cams and infrared and everything.
The heat sinkers.
Yeah, we
heat sinkers. Watch out for them damn heat sinkers.
Heat sinkers.
I think.
There's Shane.
How many times does prime Bigfoot country catch on fire out west? Somebody would have seen a flaming Bigfoot hauling ass somewhere.
Maybe. Hold on. Here's a conspiracy theory for you. Maybe, just maybe, they did find Bigfoot in Canada, and that's why all of that is on fire right now.
Yeah. On my radar, on my weather thing, I can click, where wildfires are. The whole thing in Canada.
Maybe, John, they found Bigfoot in Canada, and that's why they set fire to everything.
Maybe Bigfoot set all the fires to get him off his trail.
That's it.
Could be too. You never know.
One redneck dropped a damn Bic lighter in the woods, and it's been over ever since. And would you not catch him at the freaking Jack Link's factory?
Exactly. Like it is scientifically proven by advertising that Bigfoot loves Jack Links. So, why are we not using that as bait?
And YouTube proved that if you drink a Bud Light, you'll grow tits. I've seen it. I've seen video after video of it happening.
Because it's on YouTube. It's true.
That's right. It's got to be true.
Hi, pretty girl.
Hi.
Did you eat your noodles?
Yeah.
Good girl.
Good girl.
Were they good?
Yep.
Y'all full?
Were they spaghetti noodles or elbow macaroni? What kind of noodles were they?
Noodles and nickels.
Poodles and noodles?
I forgot.
You forgot what kind of noodles they were?
Maybe it was pool noodles.
Pool noodles?
Did you eat pool noodles?
No.
No.
But I just can't wait till Christmas because we're going to our cabin.
Yeah, so my mom wants to book a cabin up in like
It's
the
my cousin.
Helen, Georgia area, right?
What is that about?
So I've started the process of kind of like looking for cabins and everything up in the Helen, Georgia area. and now like she is just like jacked up about going up there.
She
I
should
mean-
be.
Joe, I don't know what I said, brother.
Hey, what color is it?
Sorry, I done forgot.
Show everybody how wiggly your tooth is. She's got a wiggly tooth.
My top one, my
Oh,
top one.
wow.
Both of them.
Oh, whoa.
Take them
This
both.
one is more wigglier, but the other one is not that wiggly.
Not that wiggly.
They gonna go together.
Yeah.
They're friends.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If one goes, the other says, "I'm out of here with you."
Yep.
I don't know, Joe. Wait till I drink one. I'll see how long they last.
All right, baby. Say bye to everybody.
Bye.
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 Yeah, Auntie, I don't like you saying there's a canary in Bigfoot.
I bet Canary has a big foot, though.
Now we got Mr. Hanky and Kyle here.
Oh,
Hey,
nice.
Kyle.
Hey, Kyle.
Hold on.
What?
Howdy ho, Kyle.
I'm looking for a hungry muskie.
See, Joe did it. Joe did it.
You got it.
It's like Joe Dirt.
Shane,
Joe did it.
do me a favor, okay? Do not give away anything about your video because I had every intention of sitting down when it premiered, but then I had multiple people show up at my house and I couldn't watch it, so I have it set and I'm going to watch it when I go eat my dinner after we're done with tonight's live. So don't give away anything about the video, okay?
Oh.
It's not good to eat at 10 o'clock.
But
Yeah.
you had time to watch that AI video earlier. Why didn't you watch Shane's then?
No, that wasn't today. The son of a gun.
I would just tell you, be careful eating at a specific moment. You might spit out your food. I just leave it at that. So.
And it's fine. If I do, I have a dog. He'll pick it up off the floor. I don't care.
Yeah.
And then I'll clean. And then I'll make my wife clean it up tomorrow morning. Oh my God! I said that. I probably should.
Easy.
I bet Shane laughs at his jokes a lot more than everybody else does.
The reason I have friends that are comedians is because I'm not funny.
You are funny. You just have a different kind of humor, which is cool.
Yeah.
So Shane, the tournament. What's going on?
It is going fast and furious. I heard John talk about where they're at, and of course that changed today. I got about 6 or 7 more fish in. John, I think you're still in third or fourth. Linda, you kind of dropped down because you haven't turned any fish in, but it's going to be tight. It is going to be tight.
I saw 2 big ones.
She
today.
had 2
I know.
jumbos jump on it today.
I had one. The whole thing was out of the water, that big around. I
It-
saw
yeah.
a whole big belly. It would have been an 8 or 9 pounder.
Had to have been a fish of that size.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was out on the lake today. Brian Green, who was in third at the end of the first period, he caught a 6'9" today. It wasn't long enough. It was not long enough. He needed a 21 and a half.
Right.
It was 21 and a quarter. He's like, come over here and measure. I was like, I'm fishing, dude. Take a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that 513 she caught was a freaking football of a fish.
It was
I was sure that was going to make it. She threw it up at 20 and a half.
Mm-hmm.
It would have worked for me. And Lindy has said that. She goes, you can tell we don't cheat. I was like, huh? She goes, because you could have used the 20 and a half and got in, and I could have used your 21 and a half and got in. I'm like, okay.
We're honest.
Well, when you put it on video, though, that kind of.
That's right. Dude, that's what we said right after it. Well, it is kind of hard to dispute it. I mean, it's right, it's right there.
We're on
And she even bitches at me for not reading the. See, that's why I called it 21 and a quarter, because I kept saying that in the boat. She looked at you. Look at that again, and I looked down at it. And I was like, "It's 21 and a quarter."
You can't read the tape.
Let's go. We get ready. We were dialing them in at Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to dial them in when you're fishing in a mud puddle, right?
It ain't very big, dude. I could probably triple
Yep.
cast across it.
You got that right.
Yeah.
It's funny, that guy there today, we were kind of going around this.
Yeah.
But now the day we caught 21, he caught 11, and we caught 14 this morning, and he only had one. 15 today, and he caught it in the spot we were in. We left about 10 minutes before him because of the lightning.
Yeah.
So I guess the minute we blasted off, he cut across because he was like opposite us. Come across there, and he said the only fish he caught was in that spot.
Yeah, that's just did you say that when you stick your pole down, when you use your depth finder, that's only going down, what, 3 eyes?
Yeah, or today I had 2 eyes sticking out of the water, so that's
Two.
About 3.5 feet.
grab like a 7-foot rod and go down to
What's
the
up,
2
Force
eyes
One?
out of it.
And that ain't even 4 foot.
Oh, no, it's 2.5, 3 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my waist.
Holy cow.
Whole way.
They ain't hiding from us, Shane. They ain't hiding from us. Only thing is it's the same depth all the way across, and there's big chunks of it that's under this thick floating hyacinth. I mean,
Right.
well, it's actually mother-in-law's tongue is what they call it here.
It's like lily pads, except that they're pointed.
And they grow above the water like a
I know
bush.
what you're talking about. I've seen that, yeah.
Yeah.
That's tough fishing.
Oh, it is. And that's where she found them big ones today, is like on the edge of that, like these pockets,
Yeah.
maybe 10 yards in.
And
After
I,
that, it gets so closed up you can't.
and I would get one to hook, and I would get it hooked, but trying to get it through all of that stuff, John has to take the boat and go to the fish.
Immediately, the minute it hooked, I gotta
Yeah.
literally crank the big motor and dive in there, just because it's.
Because all it takes is for that one hook. If it's sticking out the side of the fish's mouth and it catches
gets
one
it.
of them lily strings, that fish is gone.
But that one today that hit, I mean, instantly the rod's like, and just gone.
Ah,
Yeah. You made a good analogy, John. When the hook is like this and they're going the other way,
Yeah.
and you got all that force, it's just going to pull out if you don't
Yeah.
have them right.
Once it catches
If you
here,
get them in the roof of the mouth, you're okay.
you're right.
right. If you hook them up,
Yeah.
And the way we fish, they don't. If they got room, they'll run up behind it and get it, and you got his ass. But in this thicket, they're having to. I mean, it's
Sideways.
Sideswipe it.
that fish can't have but such a minute millisecond to decide it's going to grab that bait, because it comes across that thick and it hits a hole about that big, and that whole freaking hole just blows up.
Right.
And you gotta
That's the way you want it, though, right?
Do what?
You don't want them to think about it. You don't want them to think about it.
Oh no.
no.
And you got to Shane Flint it the minute by the time your brain says it's there.
Yeah.
If you ain't cranking, it ain't coming out of there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He dodged me a couple
Oh,
times today.
a couple down. Whoa, God, no. But it gets disheartening because that one today, you could feel it. I mean, it was pulling drag like, and it just stops. So I raced the boat in, and she's never let off pressure. She goes, I think I feel it. And we get up there, and it's just gone. You can see her bait all hung in the side of one of them big lilies. But like I told her, you think about it with that lily, when it comes out, when that bait comes up that line, your line's trapping the weeds.
Yeah.
So eventually it gets into that point of that hook in the line. So I think that's when it pops it out and it just grabs the weed. It just stays with the weed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it makes a wedge. It helps the hook wedge itself out.
Yeah.
This last video, when I lost so many, I mean, I just got so aggravated.
Oh, she did the stomping tootie fits in the front of the boat. I mean, like, because each time, when you one gets off, you're like, okay, the next time I'm gonna do this, and then every time you're like, it's cool. That makes it fun.
Yeah, that's it.
Fish after fish, we're catching them, but we're just not getting them to the boat.
Yeah. The
All
one
right,
thing
here's Anti's fact. In Florida, you must pay the same vehicle fee for a parking meter.
Damn, was that you,
What
Shane?
was that? Holy shit!
That was in your yard, dude.
Holy wow!
That made
Elephant
me
and
jump.
lightning!
Oh
My God! You all right?
I'm all right. Little
You better go check your wife in your drawers.
Did you poop a little?
Not quite, but
I mean, that was one of those. I
I
can't
might
believe
have. Hold on. I'm good.
You know, that's one of those we're sitting there talking to Shane and he just vaporizes. Just boom. Like, what the hell was that?
Oh my God.
Wow.
I didn't know the storm was that. Well, we had a storm come through when my video was going on. I was like, I hope the internet doesn't go out in the middle of this.
Oh,
But I didn't know there was another one coming in that close. I mean, that was
Damn.
Yeah, that was not there,
surrounded
man.
by trees, so I'm not too. It's not going to get in the house.
Oh my gosh.
Shane jumped, made me jump. It was like, bam. I like what Joe wrote. You getting shelled, Shane?
That's about
Shane's coming. We didn't know Shane was coming live from the Ukraine.
Right?
Or should we say Russia? I ain't sure who's getting more shells now.
Yeah,
I'll tell you.
either way, somebody's laundering money.
And what about these war videos on YouTube? Have you seen these shorts? Some Ukrainian dude, the one I watched today. There you go.
Wow.
This Ukrainian dude is running, I mean, willy-nilly with his rifle, just and he's just running into this town. I mean, these idiots are making TikTok videos.
No.
Dude, these idiots are making TikTok videos while they fighting this war.
It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy.
Like I've seen a couple where they shoot. You'll see this truck driving up the road. It's like 3 guys, 1 cell phone, and a freaking rocket launcher, and they're like, bam, and they blow this truck up and just laugh and run like hell.
When I was on active duty, if I seen an American soldier doing, or anyone, I would get your ass over here, dumbass.
Shane, where are you closer to? Charlottesville, Lynchburg, or Harrisonburg?
I'm just north of Fredericksburg, Virginia.
Fredericksburg. There's a burg with a K. That's Blacksburg.
There's a burg with a K.
That's
On
where
the phone, it was just sticking out, and you could see K-Burg. I was like, okay, that might be it, but that was Blacksburg.
I'm halfway between Richmond and Washington, D.C.
Okay, there's Richmond. There's Washington, D.C. Fredericksburg. Right on 95.
I'm off, 7 miles to the east of 95. Or
You
west,
got a little
I'm sorry.
chunk of red, just yellow's coming through there now. We're looking at the radar. Now let's look at the gaydar and see if Joe pops up. Nope.
What the hell's wrong with you?
A burg with a K. You know what I'm talking about? That's Blacksburg, Fredericksburg,
You ever been to Lynchburg?
Tennessee.
Yeah, I went to high school down in that area.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Joe,
Lynchburg is awesome. When I lived in Columbia, Tennessee, we used to go to the Jack Daniel's distillery in Lynchburg.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Lynchburg. There's a Lynchburg, Virginia.
Oh, no. I'm talking about Lynchburg, Tennessee. Sorry, I didn't know that there was a Lynchburg, Virginia.
Yeah.
Kyle,
Yeah,
we're not
Lynchburg,
friends
Tennessee was awesome, man. Like, and it's funny because where they make Jack Daniel's, the whiskey, it's a dry county. You can't buy you can't buy Jack Daniel's in the county that they make it in. But it's such a cool
Yeah. It's crazy. My wife is like, they got the ambassador. She's got her own barrel or something there. She went down there when she was on active duty before she retired, and they charred a barrel with her name on it.
That's
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
I've heard these people that go into a pub and they got a mug with their name on it. You telling me your wife's got a damn barrel of Jack Daniels with her name on it?
She does. It's number
She's a
2.
sot. Is your wife a sot?
The funny thing is, she doesn't even drink bourbon. She doesn't even drink it. I was like, what the hell, Karen? At least you went to a vineyard. She drinks wine. But
It's
it is
funny
a cool
because
place.
they have these, like when you go in, they got these huge vats of the sour mash that they make the whiskey from, and they're 3 stories deep. And like the smell when you walk, like you can just smell it's almost like smelling salts. If you've ever smelled that. And I remember when one of my best friends came up to Tennessee when we were living up there, and we brought him there. And my dad told my buddy, he's like, "Hey, put your head over that and just sniff in." And he did. And like my dad knew what was going to happen, and he did. And my dad caught him as he just kind of and just went backwards. The Sour Mash in there is just, but it's so neat. It's such a neat like experience where they got like the falls and they drop it over the coals and the corn. That if any of you guys are ever near Lynchburg, Tennessee, and you get the chance to go to the Jack Daniel's distillery and do the tour, it's really cool.
Yeah, there's another place there in Tennessee. I think it's called Bourbon Row. It's like there's 5 other different distilleries, not in the same area as in Lynchburg. It's down about 20 miles away. I mean, Four Roses, there's several other bourbons that they make in that area. But you can visit all those distilleries in one day. Man, that'd be a drunk fool.
Yeah, you can go to Dollywood and ride the booby coaster.
That was somewhere that we never went when we lived up there was Dollywood. We went to, the Grand Ole Opry. We went to Nashville. We did the Lynchburg Jack Daniel's distillery. It was really cool when we lived up there. There's a lot of like hidden caves. Like old Civil War caves, like out in the woods and stuff. And I had a buddy of mine that I met, and they lived like out in the country. Like for me, down here out in the country is like Jupiter Farms and which is not the country. It's not real country. Up there, that's the real country. And I remember staying the night at his place and like on a weekend.
Staying the night.
And we would go and we would like explore these freaking like Civil War caves and find like all this shit. It was like so wild. Yeah. It was so neat. And maybe we saw Bigfoot. I'm not sure. Maybe we saw Bigfoot. I'm not quite sure.
He found Stonewall Jackson's canteen in the back of one of them caves.
I did twice.
Snoop Dogg signed it. Why did you get Snoop Dogg's signature on a canteen? Well, that's all I had with me. You're not going to not get Snoop Dogg's signature.
Yeah,
Damn. We might lose Shane here in a minute.
I may evaporate. I hope it's on video where you guys can make some money on it.
It'd be crazy, just a flash and Shane's gone, just gone.
No, that wouldn't be great.
I don't think I said great, did I?
Yeah, you did. You said that'd be great. I do know Jack Daniels. Did you know Jack Daniels died because he stubbed his toe on a safe?
No.
Now you do.
No, I do.
Now you do.
Dick Trickle committed suicide.
Did you know Dick Trickle committed suicide? I never knew that.
Didn't know that.
Remember the old race car driver Dick Trickle?
Yeah, he did.
Dude, he calls.
I'm waiting for the punchline here.
I watched the video. They even got the 911 call. He calls 911. And, this is in North Carolina country. He's like, I'd like for y'all to come get a dead body.
Out of the truck.
No, he said it's around back. He kept telling us around back by a 94 Chevrolet truck. They're like, sir, are you there at the scene? No, I'm the body. Click. So they sent the law out there, and he bam, blowed his head off.
No shit.
Yeah.
Holy
and since
God.
I watched that video, it opened a can of worms. All these people talk about Jay blowed his own head. He blowed his head off.
I did not know that.
I didn't
How
either.
old was he when he did that? Do you know, John?
Sir?
His age? How old?
He was out of racing, so I don't remember the exact, but he was retired from racing, so I'm guessing 50s from pictures of him.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they said, but
That's rare.
Wow.
A man that age to commit suicide. I mean, you kind of go, something's got to be gone wrong.
But ain't none of us had to live with the freaking name Dick Trickle.
Good point.
And we all know I grew up in furniture factories where they put your name on your time card in reverse order. So every day he'd have to go in and punch in Trickle Dick every day. But really, I mean, think about it.
Yeah, I hear you, John. I mean, it makes
No.
And like I told you, coach that comes fishing, his last name is Worst. His brother married a bitch of a woman who refused to have the name Worst, so he legally changed his last name to Best.
He had to spend thousands of dollars to change his last name
To Best. To go from
All
Worst
right,
to Best.
Gary's got it.
Here we
Trickle
go.
died May 16, 2013 from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. The incident occurred at 12:02 p.m.
Oh, he did it at the cemetery. I didn't even know he did it at the cemetery.
in Boulder City.
They did say he drove his truck out and it was grass out there where his truck was.
Huh.
Gary,
Go,
I
Gary.
had
Mr.
no
F
idea
Series.
about that. As much as I like NASCAR, I had no idea.
What did I ask Siri how to spell? And she kept spelling Siri. Remember that?
Suey.
Suey. Lindy's doing her word game. She goes, how do you spell Suey? Like calling a pig. So I told her what I thought, Suey. So I said, Siri, how do you spell Suey? She's like, Siri, S-I-R-I. And I was like, no, Suey. Oh, Suey, S-I-R-I. It ain't S-U-I. That's some kind of crazy one. You go look in redneck books and Suey is S-U-E-Y. Like Hong Kong Suey and Chop Suey.
Yeah.
Chop Suey is S-U-E-Y.
E-Y.
He's good.
U-E-Y.
Bacon is good.
Barbecue is good, Gary.
Oh, man, I walked in the house a while ago. Lindy, what is that barbecue you buy? Dude, those tubs of barbecue that's froze, it's like froze chopped barbecue.
I think Brooksdale or something like that.
She
Boiler
found barbecue. It's like North Carolina coastal barbecue. It's kind of it's badass.
It's the vinegar, the North Carolina vinegar based.
Is
Anyway,
it like a tub that you buy from the store? Like
Yeah, like a tub.
Yeah.
And we're from Carolina. We kind of barbecue picky, and that shit is pretty amazing.
Yes.
But anyway, I walked in the house from working on the boat. She was heating up the barbecue for supper and was cooking bacon for our breakfast in the morning. I walked in the back door, was like, my God, it smells good in here. What the hell is that? And she kind of looked out and she goes, cooking pig is good. I said, yeah, it's good. But the house was full of barbecue and bacon smell.
The only thing that she's missing was baked chocolate chip cookie smell to go around with that.
Right.
Right?
Dessert.
That's right. I guess you'd have to have the funeral around the tape. But I think I think there's an old comedian started the conversation, but I agree, it's so selfish, these people that commit suicide, like in a house. At least have the decency to walk your ass outside. Somebody got to clean that shit up. I mean, really. So, I mean, at least go out.
I read a great book called Aftermath Inc. It is a book about
Bad tattoos going wrong.
Yeah, exactly. No, but what the book is about is these guys developed a business and now they're millionaires, okay? But they developed a business about going into crime scenes where people have died, committed suicide, or where there's murder. Because after CSI leaves, after the police leave, after everybody's gone, who cleans that shit up?
Yes.
And these two dudes, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I'd have to go back and read the book. I think they're from Wisconsin. They developed a business that goes in and like literally cleans it up. And the book is great because they talk about so many different like murder scenes. Like remember the Shane, you might, I don't know, the Wisconsin death trip. Like years ago, the Wisconsin death trip, it was like this awful murder that happened. They were the ones that got hired for that, and that's why I think they're from Wisconsin. They got hired to like go clean it up, and that was kind of like their kind of like breaking out moment that like got their business up. But they built a multi-million-dollar business, basically going in and cleaning up after the disaster that happens after something like that happens. It was a fascinating book, book, and it just goes to show you if you're willing to sit there and do that, there's millions of dollars to be made. I don't think I could do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
We just saw something about crews like that cleaning up actually find more evidence and have to get the police to come back. You know, like,
Oh yeah, and there
there's
were
also blood in here or something. You know.
yeah, and there were instances in the book where they were saying like as they were cleaning up, they found things that like the detectives and everything didn't, and then they had to like start the process all over again. It was wild. It's a great book. Aftermath Inc. is what it's called.
Yeah.
You know, I bought a microwave. I bought a used microwave one time. The neighbors cooked the cat in, and that was just a horrible deal to deal with. I couldn't imagine a house.
So what'd you do with it?
Well, we used it, but everything you cooked in it tastes like poo nanny.
I knew that was coming.
You knew it was. I was just waiting for I was waiting for you to set up the punchline, or if you didn't take it, I was going to.
Or to see how I was going to edit it, or if I was just going to blurt that one right out. I started to blurt it.
Either way, it doesn't matter at this point. I mean, you know, we got 8 people watching. Who cares?
Who cares? 8 of them, and I'm on my phone, Lindy's on hers, so there's 2 of them.
And listen, I love all 8 people that are in here. And listen, we had 6. I just appreciate everybody coming in. Just a fun time. Listen, fun time for us to spend Friday night together. I don't give a shit.
Yep.
It's a good time. What else are we going to do? What else are we going to do? We're going to sit here and watch the news. We're going to sit here and, you know, scroll through our phones and do nothing. You're going to watch the news? John's going to watch the news.
I'm going right now to watch the news, so I got something to talk about.
Now he's going to watch the news. You my boy, Blue?
Yeah.
So, Shane, how's the tournament going? What do we got going on?
It's going well. It's so big now. It's hard to keep up with all the emails. You know, I had 800 fishermen in this. It's down to 67 or 68, but still, I need to get an automated tool to help with this thing. So
I missed the movie reference,
Thank you,
Joe, I
Anton.
did see. Oh, I'm sorry. I did see you make a country music reference with the Thunder Road.
Dude, Joe's on it. He's making a country music reference. He's got a movie reference tonight. Joe is on it. I'm proud of Joe.
But
I'm always proud of Joe.
Next week on our live, we are going to give away a long sleeve T-shirt that says "Shut up and fish, Okeechobee, Florida." Whoop, whoop.
yeah,
Now down. There you go.
there you go. That's cool.
A guy we know brought us a handful of them. He bought all that some guy had down here at the damn flea market thing. He goes, "Here, I thought you might want some shirts."
That's
They're small.
cool.
So I thought I'd give a couple of them away.
Joe said dibs.
We're going to do some kind of giveaway. I hadn't figured out what, but something clever during the live.
But Shane, how many more days for the tournament?
We got 2 more weeks left. We
Okay.
just finished up week 1. Tonight was the end of the first week, so 2 more weeks. We'll see. It's going to be, like I said earlier, it's going to be really, really close.
Shane, tell Doc how many people entered it at first and then how many made it. Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Well, he said he was going through like 800. Is 800 what you got now compared to what you had in the beginning? Okay, so what did you have in the beginning?
We had 861 names in the beginning.
Okay.
Of those, 300 and some odd folks turned fish in, right? So just less than half. And then of those, only 67 or 68 qualified for the second round of the tournament, meaning they turned in a total of 3 fish.
Okay.
A lot of people did 1, 2. You know, and me and Gary were talking about this the other day. He's like, only half the people participate. Well, people forget. Life happens.
Right.
You know, I've had people halfway through I've had people this week say, "Here's my fish for round 1." I'm like, "Sorry, you know,
It's over.
It's over. You're done. Round 1's over." So, you know, it was a lot of people to sign up and send emails out and all that stuff, but it's dwindled down to close to 70 now, which makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
Live.
And listen, like with the people that originally sign up and they didn't fulfill their end of the bargain.
Yeah.
For lack of a better word, fuck them.
And people are so funny. I bumped into a fella in a live that was in it. I won't say names. He out of the blue congratulated me on making round 2, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Then he goes, I caught 2 22-inchers but didn't want to use them, and I never replied. Chat's going by. Next time it was, I caught a 22.5 and a 23.6 but didn't enter them. I thought, shit, them fish done grew an inch in this live, and it's just getting plumb out of hand. And, I kept wanting to write shoulda, coulda, freaking woulda is all I can tell you there, boss man. I mean.
But you know what? You should have. You should have just write shoulda, coulda, freaking woulda. And you didn't. And you didn't.
When I tell you who it was, you'll be like, oh. Let's put it this way.
Don't care.
They got an illegitimate child with mine in your name.
Don't care.
You know who that is?
Yes, and don't care. And don't care. Like, don't care. I'm not going to sit there and tell you what I shoulda, coulda, woulda done. Just don't care. Like, if you're like, and Shane, listen, that's why I didn't enter the tournament, because I know that I'm not going to be able to get my ass out there and be able to compete in it. So I'm not going to waste your time, and I'm not going to waste everybody else's time by taking up a spot or doing this, or somebody you got to respond an email to or whatever. I'm not going to do it. If I know I'm not going to be able to do it, I'm not signing up.
You knew you couldn't beat us either. That's another.
I could beat your ass all day, every day. Look who caught the biggest fish the last time we went fishing. Lindia, who caught the biggest fish the last time we went fishing?
Me.
The last time we went fishing, God damn it.
Speaking of which, did y'all see in that video?
Not when you two went fishing.
When I look at Lindy, it says, how many did you get? She goes, 11. I was like,
oh, that was funny as hell.
5. How many did I get?
I did see that.
Why did you stick on 11? What was
there was
the
11
there?
between us or something, wasn't it? It was.
No, it was just
No, we were. It was. No, there was. We had said something about that. There was a reason that was stuck in your head.
I thought Lindy was a graceful loser in there.
Thank you. I was a graceful loser.
She's doing it on purpose.
And John was a boastful winner as well.
You hear me, Shane? She's just doing that on purpose because I'm not a good loser. And next time I pout, she's going to be, I was both. I know what she's doing.
She's setting you up. She's setting you up.
I know. She does it all the time. Like when I'll say something about, oh, they got mad in the boat, and you'll hear her in the background go, I know that feeling.
You know who he's referencing there.
Fuck!
Shane, do you know what that's about? Do you have any idea what that's about?
No.
Oh, you don't know that story, Shane?
No.
Me, Doc, and Joe, the trip we went to Donkeyland, right?
Yeah. You remember that
Joe
trip?
got it. Joe
knows who it was. Me and Doc are in the front of the boat. Joe's in the back of the boat. He's got the seat back there. Me and Doc are catching 3-pounders, big 2-pounders. Joe's catching half-pounders. Well, me and Doc are fishing. We're not looking at Joe, and all of a sudden you just hear really loud over Donkeyland, fuck! Then Doc turned around. Joe's sitting in that seat just going. Me and Doc looking, and we don't know what to say. We just kind of just go back to fishing, A couple minutes, Joe picks his rod up. He's fine. He goes back to fishing. I think it's like a pressure cooker, that little pop-up valve. I think Joe has one, but his don't go. His goes, fuck!
And listen, Joe has such a predominant voice. And when he bellowed out that fuck, it was like John and I were like,
me and Doc looked just like Shane did when that thunder hit that first time.
We're like, damn.
And then you don't know whether to fuck with him or leave him
Yeah,
alone.
like, and
I
was
think I
I was
paused
going
about
back
a
through the
minute.
footage. When I was going back through the footage of that day, I was like sitting there, and even after that, because I was trying to find it, because I wanted to put it in the video, but I wasn't recording when he said "fuck." Like I wasn't recording. I started recording after because I just caught a fish, and I think like every time I catch a fish, I'll stop.
Well,
And
that's what made him cuss was you caught another fish.
and I think at that point I forgot to hit record back until I started casting again. Because when I picked it back up, I'm in the middle of a cast. Like I'm like this, and then I hit record and I start reeling. So I know I screwed up looking at the footage. I know I screwed up and I didn't hit record after I caught the fish because I'm in mid retrieve, right?
Hell, right at that moment, I forgot Joe was in the back of the boat.
And like you could tell, and I sat there, and this is what took so long to edit that video. I sat there and I watched like the next subsequent like almost 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like I just sat there and let it play, and I was sitting at my computer just going like this. I'm like, and you could tell John and I at the front of the boat were like, do we joke? Do we not joke? Like,
you didn't even do like a well.
because we both know we both know Joe carries. So are we gonna die if we say some shit wrong?
Let's tell that conversation. We're talking about somebody in a boat messing with us or something. I was like, my pistol's in that bag right there in that hole. Doc goes, mine's in my duffel bag over on that hole. Joe goes, mine's right here.
Mine's right here.
Now we've been fishing all day. He's got on boots and all, and he's got a damn gun on his hip. He just.
And then after he said the fuck thing, we were like, yeah, but
Yeah.
it was funny. But I will tell you that was one of my favorite days out on the water. We had a blast. The only thing I think would have made it even better was if we could have found a way to put Lindy on the boat with us. Like that day was fun as shit.
The conversations wouldn't have went the way they went with her.
Well, no, but still, like
It would have been fun. It's still been fun.
In the video, something I say about, I don't remember what it was. It was something about Joe's next fish was going to be big or something. He goes that way, he looks at the camera and does that. Huh. I mean, but he cheered up once he got that 5-pounder on, son. It's a new Joe.
Dude, that was a great. I mean,
that's a fun day.
That was a fun day. And Lindy and John told us one of the stories, and I think I told you this. One of the stories John told us was when I'm sorry.
I don't know what he's going to say.
I'm not trying to laugh because you got hurt in it, but
about kicking her in the head.
The funny part is John. It's not you getting hurt. I'm not laughing at that.
Oh, it was funny.
It's the part about John trying to swing.
Oh, I just told me that, yeah.
Like a fucking child. And he kicked you in the head.
I am in full swing. Engineer boots are leading the way. Lindy gets right to the bottom and goes, where do you want to go next? And I mean, my heel was like that far from her forehead. And she goes out on that floor with all them other bikers, just lands out there. They just knew I busted her ass.
And you can ask Joe. I'm laughing even harder than I'm laughing right now. And it's not that I was laughing at Lindy getting knocked out. It was me picturing John's ass like just something about.
I'm agile, son. All right, Gary. See you later. What's up, Uncle Buck?
All right, Gary. What's up, Buck?
Gary.
Where you driving to? You heading to the Antler? You got to work tonight?
He's not working the pole tonight, is he?
I think it might be pole night. It's Friday. Getting towards the end of the month. I know he needs money.
And then John told us so many stories that day, Linnea. Like,
I'm not a very good storyteller.
The one of the ones I remember is when you guys had the pellet gun when you guys were working on the forklift and you shot the back window out and stuff like that. Was near the end of the
Oh,
day.
yeah. They didn't shoot it out. That safety glass had about
That
30
safety glass,
pellets
yeah.
stuck in that safety glass. I was like, how am I going to explain that? So I picked up a 4-foot 4x4 and sailed it through the back window. My nephew working with me looks at, what the hell? I was like, I could explain that broke window a hell of a lot more than I can tell why there's 40 pellets in it.
It makes sense.
It does, baby. It got us out of it.
Oops. It's easy to go oops.
Yeah.
Give that pellet gun. I shot the old Gay Richard in the side of the freaking head with it. Bam!
Oh, I got shot in the butt with a BB.
Bobo shot Lindy in the butt with a BB. Since we've
Dude,
been
all of us,
married.
like Shane, hold on. Shane, have you been shot with a BB?
Hell yes. I had 3 brothers growing up. I got my ass shot all the time.
Right. And I have, John, I'm sure you have. Lindia, obviously you have.
Shot myself with a BB. What are you talking about?
That is the difference between us and like the generations that like we used to shoot each other with BB guns.
Oh, when I played rock.
Well, not only that.
These kids nowadays and like the younger generation get upset if the wind blows the wrong fucking way. Like we shot each other with BB guns.
Dude,
Well,
my best
For
story
fun.
as a
I
kid.
would get up on Saturday morning and go hunting with my BB gun. I mean, that was what I did. I went hunting with my BB gun.
Right. I did too.
Yeah.
Our neighbors, we lived in Virginia Beach on the beach. Our neighbors, Jeff and Frank. Jeff was the youngest, Frank was the oldest. Jeff is way up in this freaking oak tree. They're trying to get him to come down. He won't come down. His older brother, Frank, goes, I'll get his ass down. Picks up a freaking oyster shell. Goes, shoot, and flung it like a freaking ninja star. I ain't bullshitting you. What? Peeled that kid's head all the way back. He come out of that oak tree like you damn one of those old pachinko games. You know, doing that ding, 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 ding,
Ding, ding, ding. Plinko. It's called Plinko.
No, okay.
No, Plinko from, are you talking about The Price is Right or?
Yeah, the plinko is based on a Japanese or Chinese game called pachinko.
I
My
don't pay
dad brought
attention
one
to
back
them.
from
I don't pay
Vietnam.
attention. I don't pay attention to them over in the East.
It's pinball standing straight up. You got a lever, you flip the ball, it goes pick, same difference. But anyway, kid hit the ground. Older brother goes, told you I'd get him down.
Before he even checked on him, too, right?
And nobody
Who did I-
cared. Like nobody cared. Like seriously, nobody went and checked on that kid.
See what, Doc? Don't tell him he's out of luck.
Right. Nobody went and checked on that kid. You got him out of the tree stand, and if he got up, great. If not, you went home and were like, Jeff's in the woods laying down. Like that's all that happened.
My dad beat my ass for leaving teeth marks in the dash of his F-150. I'm little. While we're going down the road, I'm standing in the floorboard. I'm holding the dashboard, and I end up going, and I'm sure the old man was running 70, and I got my mouth on the dash.
Right. And you got beat for it.
No, that's a different place. When we lived in Jacksonville, Florida, and my grandparents all lived in North Carolina, my old man had an F-100 truck in the 70s, had the slide-in camper with grandma's attic above the cab.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Okay.
talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Me and my brother back and forth from Florida to Virginia, we rode in that bed looking out that little window that's above the windshield.
Yep.
If the old man would have hit the brakes hard, we'd have went poop out in front of that and past the truck, mile after mile. We did too, Mark. See, then
And
when
you
I
used
got
to ride in the back of
20,
you used to ride in the back of the truck. I'll never forget. My dad had a Ford Ranger, and my mom was holding me in her lap as we were driving. My dad took a corner a little too hard. You know what happened to the door on the Ford Ranger? It didn't latch real well. She almost went out along with me. My dad grabbed me and her as they're getting ready to go around as he's going around that corner. And you know what? Shut it, back in. You're good.
but I'll admit, Doc, I guess we've changed. And within the last couple of weeks, we're coming up the main road through the town of Okeechobee. This
You're
old
talking
black
about you're talking about going down
Parrot
the
Avenue, Parrot
yeah.
Avenue
Okay.
in town.
Okay. Oh, Parrot. Okay, you're coming in now. I'm thinking about the other way. Never mind.
We're in the one lane. Beside us, you hear, whoa, this vehicle comes up. Old black man driving, old black woman in the passenger seat, sitting on the toolbox that's in the bed of the truck is a little black girl, probably 7, and another kid about 12. And man, this dude is rolling through traffic. And I even went, oh my God.
No, good for him, man.
I don't know, dude. When I was in high school, like 11th grade, a guy in our class died from riding on the edge of the truck in his daddy's truck on the bed. Went over the train tracks there in town, fell over backwards, popped that noggin, dead.
Well, I remember going to high school and the guys that drove trucks kept their shotguns in the window.
We kept ours in the back. I took my girls. I was
We
dumb.
used to, like, listen. Even when I was in high school, you could and I'm younger than y'all, and that's right, I said it. We could still have them in the back of the truck when we went to high school. That shit all ended about 3 years after I graduated high school, but you could still have them.
Yeah. My kids would trip on my senior year yearbook. There's like pictures of opening lockers and they're stacked full of beer cans. And, you know, we had a smoking section. There's pictures of everybody's out with cigarettes, you know, hanging out. Those were the good old days.
Yep.
My daddy would always say, he was one didn't want to wear a seatbelt and fought it the whole time. He would say, I want to dive through the windshield of my truck like my forefathers. See, that's something I remember from my childhood is when they started the seatbelt law. 60 Minutes did that show where the lady's riding holding the baby and they hit something. If you remember, the baby ends up hitting the windshield. The glass wraps around it and it lands out in the road. And that's all they showed. We saw it in school, everywhere.
That was like 1982, 1981, something like
Somewhere
that.
in there, yeah.
Yeah,
No, I
we
mean-
didn't start wearing seatbelts to what, the late 80s?
It was late 80s. It was late 80s when they started like the whole seatbelt thing, where they started kind of like mandating and started to pass the laws. Because I remember that. I remember that because like when we were kids, and I remember in the 80s because I was born in 78. I remember in the 80s, we never had to wear seatbelts where we went. There was like you didn't have to put a kid in a car seat. It was. Yeah, it wasn't until, like
Nancy Reagan.
Right. The late 80s, early 90s, where like this whole seatbelt thing became a thing. And listen, I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, it is second nature for me. I always put on my seatbelt. I get my truck. It's muscle memory for me. It's like I get in the truck, first thing, boom, and then I start the truck. It's muscle memory.
Okay.
I'm a driver. My new Toyota, Go ahead, I was going to say, my new Toyota truck, it will, if you don't immediately put that seatbelt in, the beeping will drive you crazy.
Oh, yeah. Same thing with my truck. Yep.
Yeah.
If it ain't hooked, it's going to bump, and just like drive you crazy.
I'm the driver all the time. I crawl in Lindy's car on the passenger seat, and I'm still reaching for the seatbelt the wrong way.
The wrong way. Yeah, I do the same thing.
Like, damn it, it's over here. To read what Ted got. He's got JJ Drones up for the weekend. Got him on his first bass of the year.
Nice.
And Anti said Ted's going to the fish market, I guess, for him a Shane Flint fish.
Is that your brother-in-law?
Who's your brother? No.
I kind of want to say something. But I kind of want to say something, but I won't.
Why not? Are you scared? I don't think you're scared. None. I'll say. Well,
okay, I just don't think JJ Drones will complain to Ted about not being able to get back home.
Did JJ bring enough money, Ted? That's what he's asking. Yeah. JJ, if you're watching this, do not use the kids' worms. It's gonna piss people off.
Or if you do, don't take them with you when you leave.
Speaking of which, he popped up in my damn premiere yesterday. Not JJ Drones.
No, not JJ.
I didn't speak to him. I didn't bounce him either. I told you I was going to kick him out first live he pops in, but I let him be. Guess I'm getting damn soft in my old age.
Getting soft. What the hell's wrong with you?
That'd be a different conversation for a different night, right?
Shane went there.
I tell you what, I think we're gonna bail.
We got 10 minutes.
All right, I'll make it 10 more minutes.
Well, hey guys, I am going to bail because
Hell no, Shane. If I can't go, you can't go.
Well, no. I mean, we can bail. I mean, I know you guys got to go. The girls are in there going crazy. We can end it early. It's
What's
fine.
10
It's not a
at
big
this
deal.
point? All right, 10 minutes ain't nothing. They don't need us for 10 more minutes. There's what we figured out. There ain't but like 6 other people in here besides us.
Right. So it's fine. We can haul
What you gotta
ass.
do, Shane? Why were you leaving?
I got another storm coming. I just got another lightning.
Shane might get struck by lightning, so maybe we should end it a little early tonight.
Shane, can you join the live from your phone and like go outside?
No.
Don't do that. What the hell is wrong with you?
No, I ain't blue pilling it. Anti. I
Blue
need to get
pill.
to the umbrella part in the damn golf club and all that I wanted to carry around. All right, Ted, I expect some drone footage from this trip if you got JJ there.
Anti, thank you for sharing the links.
Thank you, Anti.
Right?
Hey, Ted, I'm mailing the travel
Yeah.
back to you on
I
Monday.
say we end it.
If you'll let us talk for a minute, it'll be over.
No, I say we end it because you know what? That gives me enough time to go inside, take care of whatever's going on over here to my right is actually very interesting, and I'll take care of that here in a minute. But then I can take care of that, and then I can watch the traveling tackle bag video.
Mark, yours is
Okay.
Monday or Tuesday.
Now everybody is like me is when I wonder what he just pointed at.
What, over there?
Yeah.
Dude, the girls are like going crazy in the back room for some reason. I don't know what the hell's going on in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I usually like kind of block it out and ignore it, but like, I mean, we got 10 minutes till the end. If I can get in there early, I'll take care of it. If not, maybe mommy will take care of it. I don't know.
All right, well, we're going to follow Shane out. Shane, lead the way. Leave the gate open. We're coming
All right.
out right behind you.
Yep. Have a good night,
Shane.
everybody.
Hey, Shane.
Stay safe in your thunderstorms and lightning and
And watch
Wow.
this, Lindy.
all right.
3. I'm going to show you a magic trick. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. Bye.